Hello and welcome to Cricket Happenings, dear friends and subscribers. As far as today's Cricket Happening show goes, I'll be talking about the World Cup. There are two countries which have qualified for the World Cup qualifiers in Zimbabwe, and this happened today. This was the 13th match of the ICC World Cricket League. As you know, they have to qualify. There were two slots vacant, as you would remember, uh, in the World Cup qualifiers in Zimbabwe, which also includes West Indies, as we all know. Now there were only two slots remaining for someone to qualify, and today Nepal absolutely surprised everybody, especially considering the fact that first, let me tell you what exactly happened. A miraculous victory for Nepal of the last ball of the final over. Nepal won the match by one wicket and sailed into the World Cup qualifiers, which is going to be played in Zimbabwe. Will be joining those associate nations, all those Afghanistan, Ireland, and all those nations in playing the qualifiers. And also, it was at the other place. It was the Namibians being humbled by United Arab Emirates. So United Arab Emirates and Nepal sailing into the World Cup qualifiers. So that's what we are going to look at today. And also the first T20 which is coming up between Sri Lanka and Bangladesh. The T20 series starts in Mirpur, and have a look at some cricket news. But definitely I have to spend a lot of time talking about this miraculous victory by Nepal. I mean, I'm going to just briefly tell you what happened. So Nepal was playing against Canada. As I said, this particular match is the 13th match of the ICC World Cricket League Division 2. Had played in Windhoek, and Nepal won the match by one wicket. The hero was number 10 batsman Karan KC, and I have to say, just giving you a sneak peek, I would say, as Canada were the ones who actually batted first, and in the 50 overs they made 194 for 8. Vijayaratne was very impressive with his batting, as he made 103 not out, and he really gave headaches to the Nepal bowlers. Basant had 3 for 34. But look at this. Now I start the story here by saying that Nepal were chasing 195 to win the match, and there came a stage when Nepal had lost all the 9 wickets, and they still required 51 runs to win of 47 balls, with only the number 10 batsman and the number 11 batsman, the leg spinning all-rounder who has been selected in this IPL 2018, the first Nepali to be selected, the 16-year-old Sandeep Lamichhane, who earlier had sustained a right knee injury. Now look at this. 51 runs needed of 47 balls to win the match. There is the number 10 batsman and the number 11 batsman at the crease. And look at what happened. Now, I'm sure one would have probably, you would have thought, Canada would have thought that now they definitely have the match in their grasp. They were absolutely, the Canadians, they were absolutely flying around after when they got the 9th wicket, and they sense that now this match is in their grasp, and they are the ones who are going to be going into the World Cup qualifiers in Zimbabwe. And look what happened. This is something in any grade of cricket, I don't think this has ever happened, because Karan was the man who was the hero. He suddenly, till now, he had not made a single score. He has not made any runs, and this guy comes in and takes the Canadian bowling attack with a scruff of the neck and takes them to victory by striking 8 runs of the last 2 balls to take them to victory. And the Canadians were absolutely stunned there, as they had nothing, just their faces hanging around. And it was a matter of just one wicket for Canada to go and play in the qualifiers, and now Canada has been relegated, and Nepal have made history by getting into the World Cup qualifiers. Karan struck an unbeaten 42 of just 31 balls, and as I said, he made 8 of the final 2 balls. I think this would be the greatest victory by Nepal that they would cherish for quite a long time. And Canada, let me tell you, feel for them because they had 3 straight wins in this Division 2, and they would have probably expected themselves to be in the World Cup qualifiers. But Nepal totally stunning Canada and going into the World Cup qualifiers. And Karan was simply electric, I thought, because he was able to really play some good strokes. He hit a lot of boundaries, sixes, and he was really looking very good. I mean, I would say he stole the match under the nose of Canada. That's what I would really put it at. And Karan was the hero, as I said. I mean, can you imagine this? 51 runs needed of 47 balls to win. You have the number 10 batsman and the number 11 batsman in the crease, and the number 10 batsman comes in and slams the bowling of the Canadian bowling for 42 of 31 balls with 8 fours included, and taking 8 runs of the last 2 balls to seal one of the greatest victories that Nepal can ever get. And as I said, in any grade of cricket, this is something totally stunning. As I said, Nepal stunning Canada and going and clinching a spot in the World Cup qualifiers in Zimbabwe, and one has to say congratulations Nepal. And also at the other end, it was United Arab Emirates actually getting into the World Cup qualifiers by beating Namibia. So definitely, so Nepal and United Arab Emirates would be the ones who would be taking part in the World Cup qualifiers in Zimbabwe. Even West Indies would be a part of it, and all the other associate nations like Afghanistan, Ireland, and all the other nations which would be involved. And from there, I think there will be 2 slots or 1 slot which will go to World Cup 2019. So very interesting here. And as I said, so stunning match. And Karan today, and I'm sure he's the real hero for Nepal today. What an innings. I think he would probably, even while sleeping, he will have dreams of having taken Nepal to the qualifiers. I mean, nobody would have expected. And this is what cricket is all about. Why do you call cricket a game of gross uncertainties? That's the precise reason that one calls cricket always is a game of gross uncertainties, and that's what precisely happened today with the number 10 batsman Karan stunning Canada and taking them to the World Cup qualifiers in Zimbabwe. Well done, Karan. Well, from here we will look at a very brief preview of the first T20 which is coming up between Sri Lanka and Bangladesh. Bangladesh have a lot of new faces, so that will be interesting to see as to how they go. And besides, Bangladesh are also having injury problems as I'm talking to you. Whether Tamim Iqbal will be fit, one does not know. Shakib Al Hasan is already not there, and this will be interesting. As I said, Bangladesh have a lot of new caps in their team, and I'm just trying to look at the team composition here as far as Bangladesh are concerned. As I said, they're having a lot of niggles. Tamim Iqbal is having a bicep problem, Mushfiqur Rahim having a wrist problem, and Shakib Al Hasan, we all know he has the finger injury as well. So Bangladesh, well, it'll be interesting to see what they do. It's very essential for them to get Tamim Iqbal and Mushfiqur Rahim back on track, but if that is not there, I'm afraid to say that Bangladesh are going to find it very tough. Soumya Sarkar, we know, is a naturally gifted player as far as natural gifted player with lots of strokes. Afif Hussain is another batsman who will be making his debut. Sabir Rahman is there. Mahmudullah is another one, is the one who will be captaining the side. Ariful Haq, Mohammad Saifuddin comes back, Mehdi Hassan, Mustafizur Rahman, and Rubal Hussain. And as far as Sri Lanka is concerned, they have Upul Taranga and Niroshan Dikwala open the innings, and Niroshan Dikwala, one knows that he does not take time to score runs. Danushka Gunatilaka also a very useful batsman, coming in at 1 drop. Dinesh Chandimal, Asyala Gunaratne always has not been in the best of form as far as this particular series tour of Bangladesh is concerned, but he would like to definitely get some runs under his belt now and also pick up some good wickets as well. Tisra Pereira, we all know Tisra Pereira, what he brings to the table. Of late we have seen that he has got that newfound confidence, and he's going to be a dangerous customer according to me, because not only with the bat but also with the ball he can do damage. Dasun Shaka, another very hard hitting all-rounder. Akila Dhananjaya, who did well in the test matches, as you know, made him 5-wicket haul. He will be boosted by that. Akila Dhananjaya always does well in T20. Isru Udana is back. He's the left arm seamer. And Amiro Ponso, the spinner, who was not to be seen for quite a long time, but he has made his way back into the team. And Shehan Madhushankar, the tall, young, fast bowler. So I think we should have a good game of cricket between Bangladesh and Sri Lanka as far as the first T20 is concerned. And have a look at some cricket news before I leave you, dear fans, friends and subscribers. As far as cricket news is concerned, I can say the Indian Premier League opener, it has been decided, the Indian Premier League 2018 has been decided that it will be contested. The first match of the curtain raiser of the Indian Premier League 2018 will be played between Mumbai Indians and Chennai Super Kings. So that will be the tournament season opener. So that is the pipe opener, one could say, as far as the Indian Premier League 2018 is concerned. And as far as other cricket news are concerned, I'm trying to see what other cricket news I can really talk about. Well, Yuvraj Singh has said probably he is good for only 2 or 3 IPLs. As you remember, in the maiden ODI series win by India in South Africa, Shikhar Dhawan was pasting Rabada. As I said, out of 8 fours, he hit 5 fours on the bowling of Rabada. Rabada was visibly riled, and he actually gave a send-off to Dhawan, and that has really, and the referees have really come back very strongly and heavily on Rabada by fining him for that send-off that he did to Dhawan. And India, as you know, have risen to number 1 in ODI rankings with this maiden ODI series win against South Africa, and definitely India are on a definite roll as far as the ODI series is concerned. Well, dear fans, subscribers, as I said, I'll have to say it's all about Nepal and United Arab Emirates actually qualifying for the World Cup qualifiers in Zimbabwe, joining the other countries, including the West Indies, to really contest and see to it that whether they can actually qualify for the World Cup proper 2019 in England. Well, good luck to both the teams, and that really brings an conclusion to this cricket happening show of mine. It's good night.